We're at REIT Week 2010 in Chicago, and I'm joined by Rick Hawley, President and CEO of Plum Creek Timber Company. Rick, for timber REITs, explaining your business used to be an issue to investors and analysts. Do you still find that to be a challenge?
Well, I think it certainly is for REIT investors. We were the first timber REIT 11 years ago, and we spent a lot of time educating about the industry and about our company. And you can always do more, but I think we made great headway. And at this conference, for instance, we've talked to a couple of sell-side analysts looking to pick up coverage of timber REITs generally, so I think we've made a lot of progress.
And how are fundamentals in the timber business?
Well, fundamentals in the general economy are poor, as you know, and we're still cautiously optimistic that things will improve, but the economy's still somewhat struggling along. You know, for our business, we'll do better in every one of our business segments this year as compared to 2009, which was a trough. So it's heavily dependent on housing. Housing will be better this year than last, and we hope that next year gets better. And housing long-rate run rate will be 1.5, 1.6 million starts, and may take 3 to 5 years, but that'll be a very positive thing for Plum Creek and the industry.
And sustainability is obviously very important to what Plum Creek does. Can you talk a little bit about how that factors into your operations?
Well, clearly, sustainability is important to ourselves, our investors, and our customers, and we were the first company to have 100% of our lands third-party certified as sustainable under the Sustainable Forestry Initiative. And it's an important part of what we do to ensure that we're growing more trees and we're harvesting every year, that we manage all of our operations in a sustainable manner. You know, most of our energy comes from hydroelectric power sources, which is clearly clean energy. You know, and another thing from a sustainability standpoint, which is really important, I think, is people look at power and power usage. Renewable energy, clearly an important thing, and wood's going to be a major factor in renewable energy in the future. So sustainability is a big part of what we do. And
my last question is a two-parter, both on the positive and negative side. What trends are you seeing going forward that could impact your operations?
Well, you know, on the negative side, clearly, I think if interest rates went up and the economy took another step down, that would be negative for our business, but everybody as well. On the positive side, we see opportunities for renewable energy, which will benefit Plum Creek. Recovering economy will certainly benefit us with the housing start improvement. And I think next time around, when housing starts to improve, demand for lumber improves, which is the primary source for logs that we sell. The Canadians have historically been 35% of that market. Next time around, because of issues in Canada, they'll be 20% of that market. So there'll be more demand for lumber, and that lumber will have to come from the United States, which would be positive for Plum Creek, which sells a lot of logs to lumber manufacturers. So from a positive standpoint, we're really excited about the demographics and improving the economic situation. But I think the economy is still very fragile, and that's the downside.
Right. Well, hopefully everything turns out more on the positive.
I hope so.
Rick, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
For more on REIT Week 2010, be sure to visit REIT.com.